Chamatkar Sandhu reporting for MMAPLUS here at a special UFC media event promoting UFC Fight Night London. And I'm alongside Jimi Manuwa, who's going to be fighting in the main event versus Alexander Gustafsson. So Jimmy, first of all, Happy New Year. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Good. So Jimmy, last time we spoke was about a month ago, and it was just before the Christmas and New Year period. And I asked you how you thought the Christmas and New Year period would go in terms of being a holiday period and being able to get sparring partners. How has that period been for you so far in the early part of your camp?
It's been great. We've been carried on training through Christmas and the New Year. Actually went for the road run on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, and been working hard.
Good. Is this the first time that you've actually been kind of in close proximity to Alex, or have you ever actually been in front of him before?
No, we've talked, we've met a good few times and everything, and it's not a problem. I like the kids, so yeah, it's alright.
Okay. Who have you actually brought in this camp to kind of emulate his size and reach?
I don't really want to say, but I've had good sparring partners and everything, and I'll continue to have good sparring partners.
Okay. Daniel Cormier last week said in an interview that there might be the possibility of you going over there and training with him. He mentioned that some of his kind of management team were a little bit maybe opposed to the idea just because you might have to fight each other in the division. Mm-hmm. Is there any latest on that in terms of whether you will be going out there to train with him at all in this camp?
I'm not sure. We haven't decided yet, and that, so we'll see what happens over the next couple of weeks.
One of the other things that we spoke about back in December was the mental aspect of the game and doing a lot more media. How have you kind of come to grips with doing a lot more media and more interviews leading up to this, your first main event fight with the UFC?
Yeah, it's not a problem. Takes a lot. It just takes time and everything, but it's not a problem. We have to do it anyway, so it's not a problem.
Sure. One of the things leading up to the announcement of this fight was the fact that since the announcement was made, Gustafsson versus Jones last year has been nominated and voted as the fight of the year, and everyone was clamoring for a rematch straight away. And the talk behind the scenes is that if Gustafsson wins this fight, he'll get his rematch with Jon Jones. But I'm more interested in how you feel, because you obviously think you're going to win. So considering he's the number one contender, would you say that if you beat Gustafsson on March 8th, that makes you the number one contender for a title shot versus Jon Jones?
I don't know. On paper, I don't know, because I'm not ranked in the top 10 or nothing. But at the end of the day, I expect to beat him, and that. So it'll be up to my management and Dana White and Lorenzo and Joe Silva, who I fight next after.
Okay. But on March 8th, when and if you win, would you like a title shot straight away? Is that something that you would personally want to have straight away, or do you think you still need maybe one or two fights before a title shot?
No, I'm ready to fight the best in the world, and I'm fighting the best in the world in Alex, and that is ranked number 2. So I'm ready for whoever. Now's my time.
Have you thought about what it's going to be like walking out at the O2 Arena in London on March 8th, in your hometown, with obviously the majority of fans, supporting you from a London base?
Yeah, it's going to be great. I think it's going to be better than my last fight in Manchester, which the crowd was really loud and that. But it's going to be London, and there's a lot of hype for the fight and that. So yeah, it's going to be great.
Have you had a lot of friends and family asking for tickets?
A lot. and strangers as well, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that now that you're in the main event of a UFC card, that you're actually seeing a lot of people coming out of the woodwork and kind of asking for favors and things like that?
No, not really. I think there's a lot of people coming out of woodwork and that, not necessarily asking for favors or nothing, but a lot of people wish me good luck and seeing how training's going and everything. So yeah, it's great.
Do you think the fact that the last 3 UFC fights have kind of finished in really kind of unusual circumstances plays in your favor or plays against you at all?
I don't know. To me, I know I was going to finish the fights and everything. I know I was going to win the fights and that. So I think it's disheartening for the fans and that not to see a finish and that. But a win's a win for me, and I'm happy.
And finally, give us a prediction. It's March 8th. It's Saturday night. You've got the O2 Arena completely packed, screaming Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy. How does that fight finish for you?
Second round, third round stoppage.
Wow. There we have it. Jimi Manuwa predicting a second or third round finish against Alexander Gustafsson. Jimmy, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks. Cheers.